Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel here. Just real quick, we're going to do a video of the new Revell 125th scale 1971 Boss Mustang 351. It just came out. It's supposed to be all new tooling. Supposed to have redone a lot of it. So we're going to take a quick look at it and see what all's in the box. And with that, let's get building. Okay everybody, so again welcome back to the channel, and we're going to take a quick look at the 71 Boss 351 Mustang. It just came out from Revell. Again, it's 125th scale, and as it says on top of the box, it's all new tooling. I hadn't looked at it real good yet. I just did a quick look at all the parts as I was laying everything out. So but I tell you, this thing looks really detailed, so let's take a look at it real quick. The first stack of styrene we're going to look at here. We have the, of course, the hood. Just typical. Got, the four little punch-out marks we got to sand off, but that's typical. But underneath, under here, is really super detailed. They got a lot of what you would see underneath the hood as far as where the air cleaner fits up to, and a lot of the little stuff. So that's pretty good. Right here we'll have the rear panel, rear body panel, part of the exhaust, and I believe this piece right here is the rear panel. Also underneath, we'll take a look at that on the instruction sheet here in a little bit. Of course, this piece right here is going to be just about all the engine. Let me scoot this out of the way a little bit. Of course, you got your engine blocks, you got your pulleys, belts, exhaust manifolds, and let's see, more of the exhaust, air cleaner, a lot of the little stuff, the distributor, and oil filter, of course, fan blade, water pump right here, heads, oil pan. Like I said, this is mostly all the engine stuff on this sprue right here. So let's see here, and then the other piece right here is the interior tub. Of course, we've got the door panels, the seat halves, which typical Revell, you'll have to glue the two pieces together. We got some more exhaust right here. I noticed on the instruction sheet a little while ago the exhaust is in several pieces. We'll take a look at here in a little bit. Of course, got the sun visors. So let me set this to a side. Let's see here, the next little stack we've got, of course, we got the chassis bottom. Like I said, it's pretty well detailed. Won't take a lot of painting. We'll have to do a little bit maybe for the rear frame part and up here on the front, but the chassis bottom we can just paint all one color. And then of course we got the rear springs, rear end cover. Let's see here. On this sprue right here, we've got more suspension parts, drive shaft, of course, steering wheel, got the hood hinges, center console, the battery, rear axle, springs, inner wheels. So like I said, it's just a mixture of stuff on that sprue. This sprue up here, we're going to have a lot of the radiator parts. It's three pieces to it. We've got the interior dash. Let's see here, we got the radiator shroud. Right here would be the front frame member for the front end suspension. Some more of the front suspension, the firewall. There's the steering column, and there's the overflow tank to go under the hood. Got two small horns. There's the brake booster. So again, there's some mixture stuff on that sprue. And let's see here, we got two little sprues right here. Right here's the rear spoiler, and right here's the front, one of the front air dams. And these two pieces right here, I'm not sure. We'll just have to look on the instruction sheet, I guess, when we come along to it. I'm not sure what that was. Right here's the front grille. It'd be a lot of detail painting on this, I noticed on the instruction sheet, but it's pretty well detailed. But it's again, it takes some detail painting. We got your two mirrors right here, And right here's the another rear panel. I believe fits on, or it could be the front panel. One of the two, I'm not sure, just looking at it right there. So there's that. The chrome trees. You got the gear shift lever, and we've got some look like marker lights right there. Looks like your fuel door, and not sure what these little parts are. We'll just again have to look. Front and rear bumper. There's two of the Mustang emblems. There's the rear view mirror. The wheels look pretty good. Let's see if I can. Yeah, there we go. They'll take some detail painting and some wash, obviously a little bit of both, but they should look pretty good after you do the detail painting on the inserts, and then of course the wash on them. Let's take a look at the tires real quick. I'm not going to take them out of the bag. They're just basically a blank sidewall. The decal sheet actually has the Firestone markings to go on the side. So you can put those on there if you want to, or just leave them black wall. That'd be up to you. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the body real quick. The body is typical Revell. It's a good body. Everything's pretty good on it. Maybe got a couple of typical places to sand on in the mold lines, like right here on the roof, like it always is. Probably smooth down these rough fenders a little bit where they get a sharp edge on them, and round those off a little bit. But basically it's a good smooth body. I mean, everything is good and detailed on it. Probably work on the panel lines a little bit, deepen them a little bit like always. Under hood seems to be pretty detailed under here. They've got some stuff already molded in right here, and of course up here. So yeah, the body looks to be good. Let's see, let's take a quick look at the decal sheet. See if I can. If you'll notice all the way across the top up here, they're all super small, but they're under hood and interior and some exterior markings, but the decal sheet is loaded with decals, which will just help the detail of the kit overall. Here, right here, I can't probably see them too good right there, and then down here in the bottom corner, see here, yeah, there we go. That's the Firestone decals I was talking about for the tires. Of course, the body, you got your choice of black or silver stripes for the body, depending on what color you paint the car. Of course, it's got some generic license tags, and then again, like I said, it's got your exterior for your hood and side of the car. And but anyway, like I said, the decal, and of course the wood grain. That'll help with the interior, being able to do the wood grain with the decals. But again, the decal sheet is super loaded with stuff, so that's going to help tremendously. So let's take another quick look at the instruction sheet real quick. And this one is actually done like what I call the Revell of Germany. It's collared and not just your generic black and white. Got a picture of the car on the front. Of course, the first part is all the typical, what the symbols and all that means, and how to put stuff together, which we've been through that. Got the paint call outs, which is typical. And then I got the layout of the sprues, which is typical Revell. But over here, we'll start with step one. And again, like Revell, they start usually with the engine. So steps 1 through 8 is the engine construction. Like I said, this is till we start with the engine halves and just gradually add pieces till you get to completed engine. And then let's see, that's through step 8. Steps 9 through 17 are actually the interior. And as you can see, there's again a lot of decals placement on here, a lot of detail painting, more decals going on the steering wheel. Of course, your seats, center console, like I said, starting on the interior tub, adding the pedals, working on the door panels down here, and then start adding them to your interior tub. And then, of course, we'll finish up step 17, adding the dash. Then we start on the firewall, adding the brake booster and so forth on that, and then start adding the front suspension parts. Then we're going to add the firewall to the front chassis pan, and down here we'll add some more underhood details. Then we're going to add the engine to the chassis, and that's step through 22. Then 23 we should put part of the exhaust right there, and then 24 we start adding rear sway bar plus the shocks. Again, adding more exhaust. Like I said, the exhaust is in several pieces on this car, probably just because of the way it has to feed through underneath. Then we're going to add start adding the springs to the rear axle, and of course all that, and then start putting all that to the chassis, all the completed rear suspension parts. Then in step 28 we start on the wheels, and again you'll see where you have to detail paint some of the chrome, and then of course a little bit of wash around the other edges of it. Step 29 we put the wheels to the tires. Step 30 we're going to add the wheels and tires to the chassis. That's just a pretty simple step. See, down here in 31 some underhood details go in, the horns, the overflow tank, and then of course the cross piece that goes under. Most of the Mustangs had those. 32 we're going to add the battery, and again some more underhood details on the fender wells and so forth. Let's see here. Then we go over to 33. There's a 3-piece radiator and the support and the radiator shroud. 34 we're going to add the shroud and all to the chassis. See, down here in 35 we start on the rear panel, like what I call it, outside trunk panel, the rear of the car. Add the lights, of course got detail paint it, got some decals going there. 36 mainly shows how to paint the interior, upper interior, and all that, and then up here of course remove that piece, paint the front piece. Drill the holes if you want the spoiler on there. I guess they're leaving that as an option for you. Down here in 37 just start adding the rear glass, and then of course that rear panel where we looked at. 38 we're going to start adding the glass, the front windshield and the rear window and the sun visors. See, 39 we're going to add the interior tub to the body, and then of course 40 we're going to add the chassis to the body and the interior tub. See, down here in 41 here's where it's talking about the grill. You're going to have to paint the grill, and then of course there's going to be a lot of detail painting, so that will probably take a while because it's got the headlights in there and all that. Over here we start adding the actual glass for the headlight and some turn signal lights and so forth, and running lights. And let's see here, 42 start on the front panel, front underneath panel for the car. 43 is just adding several underhood decals for different pieces under the hood. 44 we're going to add the grill, front bumper, front license plate. If you want that on there, that's an option. Okay, over here 45 we add that front lower panel, air dam if you want to call it. 46 we're going to add the rear bumper, the rear panel right there, the front lower panel, of course the rear spoiler, and of course there's the spoiler supports. That's probably those pieces a little while ago, I couldn't figure out what it was. There's the gas tank cover there, which is actually the Mustang emblem. And over here in step 47 we add the air cleaner, and then there's a piece that comes off the air cleaner down to the side of the motor where I guess that's like the part of that exhaust emission stuff they had back in those days. So anyway, you mount that with the air cleaner. And 48 is just your door handles and your mirror down here. Let's add in that. And then I noticed in 49, this is actually what they call a 1-to-1 hood paint template. So this is just a template to show you how to paint the underside of your hood. It gives you the actual measurements and measurements on where to paint and mark off to paint the semi-gloss black or flat black, whichever one you want to paint it. And on 50, we're just adding the hood hinges and of course the little pins on top, which goes on the Mustangs which they had. And 50, we're just dropping the hood on the car, and that pretty much completes the car. And then of course 52 is all the exterior decals, where it would show you where the placement and all that for that is. So and again, there are a ton of decals just on the outside of the car. As you can see, all these little green marks, that's decals. So anyway, and then of course 53, there's more. I guess you have a couple different options probably. Didn't look. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is the left side, that's the right side. Okay. So yeah, it's just a lot of decals is going to go on this car, so that's going to take a while. But anyway, that's a quick look at the new kit. I know a lot of people have been anxious for it to come out, and it's finally out. Appreciate you looking at it, taking the time to look at it with me. Appreciate all the subs and comments where I get. You know, if you like what you see, leave me a comment. If you don't, tell me what you don't like, and I'll try to correct it if I can. So, like I said, if you need something, make sure you check out Wes's Model Car Corner. They got all the supplies and kits and everything where you need paints, aftermarket decals, so forth. So, like I say, if you need something, make sure you check them out. And with that, again, I appreciate you looking, and let's get building.